Good morning, everybody from Houston, from Silver State Studios. This is episode 24 with John and Bogdan. Now, live art chat with John and Bogdan. I'm feeling like I fall off the bed this morning, but I'm catching up very soon.
That's all right. Good morning, everybody, or whatever time it may be where you are. Just a couple of things that we probably should address. If you are with us on Facebook Live, welcome. Delighted that you're here. There is a bit of an issue because we are broadcasting from Zoom, so we may not be able to see the chat comments live. We've got our little phones going, so we're watching. But if we don't get to you, that's the reason. We'll get to it after the show. And secondly, a couple of ground rules. Or housekeeping things. Everything that we're showing you today is for sale. This is our way of sharing some of the art that we're working on, some of the new things we're doing, some of the things we wanted to share, but everything is for sale. So if you're interested, you fall in love with the piece, that's the time to let us know. We can ship anywhere in the world, but everything is for sale.
Fantastic. Thank you, John. And we want to remind everybody how they can get in touch with us or follow us on social media or other accounts. Let's see. Let me switch to a
slideshow.
This is our accounts, guys. In Facebook, you can follow John at John Bishop Fine Art or myself at Bogdan Photo Art. On Instagram is John Bishop Fine Art. Bogdan on Instagram, it's my account. And we do have a couple of channels in YouTube. One is coming from John Bishop Fine Art, and that it's the channel for our art life vlogging. And then I do have my own Bogdan Mihai channel on YouTube, where from time to time I do little tutorial videos and how I approach my artworks.
Magnificent. But let me just say hello to Frank. Frank is logged in. So we have Luminitsa in Romania and Frank here in Houston. Welcome to you both.
Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing fine. Now, if you guys are in Houston.
And Bill Giffen just logged in.
It's great. I don't have any. I see everybody now. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And now, just a reminder, this coming Saturday, it's a third Saturday of the month, and the Silver State Studios are open for business, and both our studios will be open for the public, for the general public. John is in 108 and I'm in 111. And again, the easiest entry from the outside building is door number 4, just as a technical detail.
You're welcome to come in any door, but if you want to come in close, that's where we are.
We have a lot of new work, some framed, some unframed, that are ready to find a home. So come and join us, and we'll be glad to have you here.
Absolutely.
Now, let's start with the first 2 pieces of art we prepare for you guys today. And one is Ivories, which is a drawing of mine. And how do you call this? Sor Juana?
Sor Juana.
Sor Juana. So you guys know me as a photographer. However, I do I work in all kinds of media, and I explore all kinds of things. And this is an older drawing that you see on the screen. I've done some time ago. I never bragged about them. I'm just creating them, stack them in the corner, and just wait. But now, a week ago or so, I was cleaning my studio, as you probably know, and I discovered these pieces, and I said, these are so beautiful. I can't believe I haven't given them that much attention. So I frame all these, and they are again available on my website and in my studio. They are quite small, 14 by 14, but framed beautifully in a 20 by 16 inch. They are original work, and this is an original work as well. And it's actually very playful in a way, sort of art. I just let my hand just go around, and whatever lines were created by this pouring method, then I went ahead and I draw each of the lines inside and paint with orange whatever I consider that it needed to add some balance to it.
So are these ink or are these acrylic?
It's ink and
So
it's
this is
acrylic.
pure ink.
Yes, it's ink and acrylic on paper.
Oh, okay. So the color is acrylic. Okay.
Right. And it's funny because I shared it in social media the other day, and it make a huge discussion, open up a long discussion. Everybody saw something. Our friend and collector Rosa commented that she says, "Oh, I see two eyes and a tongue sticking out." It makes it even more funny and collectible at this point. And as a matter of fact, it has a match. And this one on the left here, it's match, where the tongue is actually looking like a tongue, a little more orange. But
And you've ruined these pictures for me, because now all I see is the two eyes and the tongue.
it actually did not ruin them for me. I
No,
I see them like almost like having a little humor in it, really funny and pleasant. Now that I see those things. However, the titles are completely different than whatever you see.
Mhm.
So this is ivory, and I think it's a great piece. And either you can have it, as is, single, or as a pair with
By the couple.
with the other one. I think that they look great, and in a great space will be a great addition.
Yeah, they're very clean. I love the line work. They're very bold. I think they're very, very dramatic.
And they're very well framed. They are actually floated.
They're
So-
floating. Mhm.
so that you can see them better coming out of the background. How about yours?
Well, this is Sor Juana. I've been doing these little cartoon heads. I cannot stop. It's an obsession of mine now. These are all 5x7 pieces of paper, because that makes them easy to pop into a frame, a pre-prepared frame. But this is Sor Juana, and one of the things that I have been doing is a lot of my cartoons are very kind of funny or goofy. Sor Juana seems quite severe. Sor Juana has a tough life, but again, I've used a vintage paper from a book. This is actually a Latin book, a theology book, and I love the way the paint is absorbed into the paper, this vintage paper. So I love working on this. I've done quite a bit of it. And the way the text kind of comes through on the faces, and it's just as though there's this relationship between the words and the character. I don't want the words to matter in the sense that they don't have significance in their meaning. So that's the reason I liked using the Latin text, because most of us can't read Latin. So we're not tempted to try and create meaning where there is no meaning. But I love the look. Sor Juana is, again, 5x7. I just used very few colors. I tried to capture an emotion. And what I find so amazing about these silly little cartoon drawings, very simple, I don't claim that they are great portraiture going on, but
It's funny.
they have quite a bit of emotion. And that's the part that I find really interesting, that with just a few lines, you can convey quite a bit of feeling.
It's funny. It does look like a nun that I've seen before.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? You
Yes.
feel like you know her.
It's like,
And,
we bought now a nun that lives in Romania on the top of the mountain. It brings up a little from that woman in the space. However, I feel like I've seen this figure somewhere at some point.
probably in a nightmare. But anyway, I just felt that I wanted to share that because so many of the ones I share are kind of silly and goofy. And you want me to share the two that
Absolutely,
just did?
they are so funny.
There's a bit of a story here. We're going to the Zine Fest that will be coming up here in Houston in October. I think it's in October. And so they wanted us to do some sort of presentation on the word homecoming because we missed last year because of COVID. And so I said, I'm going to do a couple going to a homecoming football game. And so I did the boy, and there he is. He's all dressed up to go to homecoming. And when I created his date, she turned out like his mother.
Oh, well.
They are totally inappropriate as a date. But
she is
again,
having
these are funny. They're meant to be light and lighthearted. And she seems absolutely thrilled to have captured such a young date. Maybe she's got a cougar thing going on here. I'm not quite sure. She has a ridiculous mom, which is standard for homecomings in Texas. But you know, she ate Sor Juana.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I just wanted to share those because I just done them, and when I created her, I just couldn't stop laughing. She's a hoot.
Too much fun. Now, guys, this is the last week of the group exhibition here at Silver Steel Studios. And this is your last chance to collect any piece of the art that's on the hallway. And I do have 3 pieces in there. One has sold. And John, you have some Pancamarga.
I have 3 out right now.
Right? And then I guess we'll bring them in the studio and they'll be ready for the air. Now, we had some news, and let's start with this one. We both got into the upcoming Visual Arts Alliance show, and that's the 37th Juried exhibition. You want to talk about a little, John?
Yeah, the VAA is a very important art group here in town, and the show is quite hard to get into. They'll have hundreds of submissions, and they come up with 40, 50 selections. And I've never gotten into it before. You've gotten into it twice or just once?
I think once.
Just once before.
Then yeah. And then
once you're selected, then they have another show where it's invitational. So they only bring the people who actually were selected before, are invited. But this time I was really, really impressed with the kind of quality of the juror. This is being juried this time by Henry Cooper, who is the curator of modern art at the National Gallery in Washington. So I'm just like, oh my God, this is a fellow who has looked at my work and selected it for this show. So I'm quite honored, as I'm sure you are, Bogdan. I don't know that I've ever had this quality of juror.
However,
really proud of VAA for bringing in such quality people.
However, we are both kind of surprised this time. We both submitted 4 or 5 pieces. I quite don't.
4 pieces.
4 pieces, and we don't know exactly which one has been selected because apparently we missed a message in between. I don't know how that happened.
No, we didn't.
Whatever.
They sent us a lovely email saying that we have been selected, but never told us which one. It could be all 4. I don't know. So here are the ones that I submitted. Want to go back?
Yeah.
So I submitted Johnny, which is one of my favorite cartoon heads. Smoke, which is also a 9x12. and then two acrylic paintings, Hope of the top left, which is very, very textured, a very impressive piece. And then, of course, Dharma from the Pancamarga series, I submitted as well. Not sure what he chose, but we'll find that out on the 25th.
And mine were two from Inheritance, the top and bottom first column. And those are the same one that I'm gonna take to Guadalajara in next week. And the two on the right is from the Synopsis series that are on Tucumán, Argentina photo festival right now. Now, talking about Guadalajara, it's coming soon and it's next week. I finally, I think I resolved the problem with the prints and with a matting solution. I found a wonderful company there that can do all these things for me. I already paid them. Hopefully, they'll do it and not run away with my money.
Of course they will.
Sometime we have to trust people, right? And
Julio has joined us. Welcome, Julio.
Hi, Julio. So yes, and then another piece of news I've got is for the Festival de Fotografía Artística in Tucumán, Argentina. I have been invited for an artist talk on September 11, and also I got they asked me if I want to do a portfolio review, which I think it's a great honor to be asked to do that.
Explain to people what exactly that means.
So you meet with artists that are looking to have a portfolio, a review of their photographs, and you look at them, you discuss with them the story, and you tell them if there are any improvements, any kind of improvements, and how the story, if the story is well built through images, and you give them advice and basically encourage them to do whatever they started and build their confidence.
Magnificent. Congratulations.
I wish I was in Argentina, but oh well, maybe next
time. It's all virtual this year.
Now, we have a general thing here for thank you to our collectors who are supporting us, watching us, and trust our artistic approach. And saying that, we want to give a big thank you first to Frank and Tommy, who invited us for a lovely dinner last weekend.
Yes.
And on this occasion, we got to see our artwork hanging in their home, which is quite fabulous. Here on the left, it's the Petal Lines, a photography of mine, and then John's two pieces, Pancamarga above, and then a monoprint, John?
A monoprint,
below. And then I have an ink drawing here on middle right. And the last one is from our friends and collectors, Bob and Rosa, that share with us the cloud this time.
It's called Cloudburst,
Cloudburst.
It's funny because Rosa still calls it the trees. So you know what? If she wants them to be trees, they're trees.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys. It was a great honor.
Yes, thank you so much. And I don't know how you feel, Bogdan, the feeling of walking into someone's home and seeing your art on their walls, it touches you in a way I can't really describe. Just thank you guys so much.
Episode 26 of our vlog, it's up on YouTube. So if you guys have, 30 minutes, you go ahead and check it out. It's our way to share we have weekly reports about how we spend our life and how we keep ourselves creative. And
we have visual proof that Bogdan does yard work.
Yes, And not only, guys, not only. I work on that. I'll show progressively all kinds of things. And then, what do we need to know about this vlog, John? Anything?
Just that we do a vlog every week, as well as this art chat. I also do a podcast and a blog as well. So we're reaching out wherever we can. The whole idea is so that we can introduce ourselves to more people and let them know who we are and the kind of art we do.
And now the topic of this vlog is just the same pretty much as last one, developing and working the marketing bits and strategies and updating the
updating web pages.
Yes. And talking about the websites, I just want to remind everybody that my website, bogdanphotoart.com, has been updated, and there's a lot of new pieces under the mixed media section. Now, it's important for us, if you do browse our websites, do give us a feedback. If you have anything, we are always listening to people and make the right improvements, just so we benefit from it. And it's going to be a great honor to have that from you. Working in progress. Do we have something? We do have something. I finished this piece, which I don't have a title yet, but I'll work with John for the right name these days. And
again, this is amazing because this is completely three-dimensional. It just leaps off the board, and when you take the photograph, all that disappears again. So you have to see it to understand it.
You know, actually, let me see if I can share it with you. I have it here.
Do you have it handy? Because it makes, and again, you're still seeing it on a camera, so you're going to lose some of that three-dimensionality.
I put it in a temporary frame because I don't want it to be damaged.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it will look great in a kind of a gold frame.
Yeah, kind of keep it sideways a little so we can see. It's very, very three-dimensional. It's got layers and layers of depth. They look really, really cool. And I just love the way you're taking and reimagining photography, because these are all photographic images that you are manipulating and cutting out and making a collage, but out of the same photograph.
And if you guys haven't had the chance yet, I just want to remind you, the Decor is up on the website, only 10 editions. It's golden metal leaf embellished, hand done, and
hand drawn and hand embellished.
And they are great. And I love how the gold texture builds up around the crystal.
Marvelous. They look really, really good.
We do have some piece of news, right? We are going to do some home improvements. We're going to expand, clean up. I don't know, how can I best describe?
We've got mom and dad's house right across the street, and one of the things we considered was, now that they've passed, we were just going to clean it up and sell it. We just had all the carpeting ripped out, but we were thinking, okay, why are we getting rid of it right away? I mean, it's a great time to sell a house, but it's also a perfect spot to turn into a studio. And so we're thinking of running our empire from there for a little while. So we'll keep you updated as we make updates and changes to the house studio. Should be fun.
We have 5 minutes to talk about the next 2 pieces.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. And these are, one, it's lichen verde. It's a photograph of lichen. And then you have vortex. Let's get to this one. Look how beautiful that is. And it's just a piece of a branch that falls from a tree in our yard. And I found it so beautiful and so gorgeous, and I had to photograph it. And I do like mold and lichens, close-up photos, and I think they are very, very interesting, and some of them have magnificent colors to it. And look at the details, John.
Yeah. And are these photos or scans? I know a scan is a photo, but did you do this on a scanner?
No, this is a scan, yes.
Yeah.
I had to scan it.
Whenever you do those scan things with the black, jet black backgrounds, I mean, they really become ethereal and almost kind of surreal, and the detail is haunting.
Yes, and then you have to, when you have details like this, you and to keep it all in focus, you're going to have a different solution than the lens. You can do this with a lens, but a scan that does an even better job. And then you take it in Photoshop, and then you clean up all the black so that it's pure black. And because when you scan these things, you have a lot of debris and garbage and all kinds of things around it. It's almost impossible to remove those things or photograph pure black. And
of course, when you finish the process, you have to change the black cartridge.
Right. And this in particular edition, it's differently done. It's actually mounted and floated in a gigantic frame, just to give her more.
That looks stunning.
Yeah, and it has so much. You can see my computer too, but
yeah, quite the mirror there.
You got the idea. And it's available. This piece is available in my studio. I'm going to make it available very soon on the website as well. I have a lot of other molds images as well in this collection. Now, moving forward is you with Vortex.
Vortex. I had a lot of fun painting this one. Vortex is actually, you're going to pull it up?
Yes, just give me a second.
Or I can hold it up. I have it here.
Yeah, you can hold it. And
I've got it here. Vortex is a 16 by 20. Got to get further away. And it was really a lot of fun because what I did was I did these concentric circles, and then I put layer on top of layer on top of layer. And then I just took some sandpaper and started scraping off the top layers and revealing the layers below. And so that's why it has this kind of dirty, grungy look to it. And then quite as happenstance, I mean, you start to look for ideas and symbols and things in, because, we're pattern recognizing creatures, that the little blob at the bottom looks to me exactly like a butterfly. And so I thought, okay, this could be a butterfly going to a flower. I didn't want to make it so obvious, so I called it Vortex because maybe it's a small butterfly being sucked into a black hole. Don't know. I just don't want to define too much for people. But I thought it's a lovely, delicate painting that is not like most of the stuff that I've done. I have done the sanding with 3 or 4 different paintings. All of them, except for this one, have sold. So maybe this one has hope. Somebody came in the other day and said, just stopped and pointed and says, "That's the best painting you have in here." And then I thought, I hope that was a compliment. But so hopefully someone will find it and love it one day. But I wanted to share it. It's something that was very, very different from what I usually do. And I love the technique, the physicality of not only painting, but creating by taking away, by what you withdraw from a painting can be interesting as well.
And that's available in your studio, you said?
Yeah, that's what's here in the studio, up on the wall.
Well, it's 11:30, guys, and our show is over. And we want to thank you very much for watching us and being here with us. I know there's a lot of people in the chat, and hello to everybody.
Thank you guys so much.
Here.
And next week?
We are trying to do next week a live from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Oh la la. That's not Spanish.
You have a great day, guys, and
Have a great week. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.